Hello, and welcome to the Bum Breaks. So just the, I don't know, Mickey Mouse shirt, I don't know, the Rantham Ball tiger cap, I don't know. Yeah, got to get the look, Baron. So yeah, in Chatswood, it was just a tennis only. There's a tennis only, hang on, let me just get out of the sun. It's just a scorcher, today, it's got probably up to about 27. Yes, tennis only. In fact, I walked to tennis only. I wouldn't say there's a big range, but I bought a shirt. I bought a bull, that bull green tee. I thought that was pretty good. I did buy that from the tennis only. There's a bigger tennis only in Melbourne where Baron bought the bag, the red bag. Forget the whatever the branding is. Is it Wilson? The red bag. Now the shoes, yes. Now there's two. There's actually, I think there's a Tennis Warehouse in Melbourne as well, specialised shop, and that's where Baron bought the shoes, the neon clay shoes. Well, they're meant for clay court tennis at the shop in Melbourne, at the Tennis Warehouse in Melbourne. But bought the bag in Tennis Only Melbourne and bought the shirt, the Nadal with the bull emblem in Tennis Only Sydney. So I don't know, you just check out. But yeah, it's difficult to get tennis stuff. Difficult. Rebel just hopeless. But Rebel kind of has you know, it's trying to cover all sports. So yeah, maybe Rebel's good if you want shoes. They've got a very big range of shoes. I mean, yes, they've got a lot of clothing, but if you want specialised, I don't know, kind of stuff, equipment, it can be difficult. Just the fact that they try and cover every sport. So, yeah. But often you can get stuff sometimes in Rebel at a discount. They're meant to be, I guess, one of the cheaper sports stores, or certainly the biggest sports stores. Now, yes. Now, I was just walking past and came across let's just zoom. Yeah, so the North Shore Temple Emmanuel. Yeah, it's actually in Chatswood Avenue. In fact, it's just down here. Now, this is progressive temple Judaism, and I don't agree. I don't agree at all with this kind of progressive. It's kind of a pop-up. I won't actually go there because I kind of got banned. I'll explain that in a minute. But yeah, so basically down here, I don't know, basically at the end of the street, and you can see it's all kind of fenced off and everything, and but that's where it's sort of located. Now what is the problem? The problem is, and it's a problem in general. It's a problem in general with synagogues in Australia. Is you can't just walk in. You can't just walk into a synagogue, and that to me is a problem, that you don't have religious freedom in Australia because you can't just walk into a synagogue compared to, say, church. You can walk into any church. I don't know whether you're gonna. Yeah, you may sort of. I don't know. Baron obviously gets banned from churches, but yeah, at least you can walk into any church. Buddhism, no problem. You could wear anything, talk whatever you want in any Buddhist temple. Same with any Christian temple. Yes, church. A mosque, I don't know. Yeah, you can actually walk into a mosque, but I don't know. It could be difficult. I don't know. They may think, well, what he's sort of doing here. You may feel uncomfortable, but yes, you can at least walk into a mosque. But not the case with temples, synagogues, or Jewish kind of institutions. High-level security, cameras, they're fenced off, and what is going to be a reason? Why are you suddenly turning up to a Jewish religious institution? And to me, that is a problem because you don't have religious freedom. Compare that to the US. Anyone can walk into any religious institution, any synagogue, any temple, no questions asked, and everyone accepted, because that is freedom. US has freedom, and maybe because it's a republic. But at the end of the day, everyone gets along in the US. They don't discriminate against age, gender identity. There is no discrimination in the US. If anyone is welcome in any backpacker place in the US, now in Australia, well, yeah, if you kind of look too old, yeah, you just might be welcome. In fact, some places even have age restriction as well, and that's a problem with Australia. Australia has problems. And it stems, I think, from the fact that if you don't have religious freedom, maybe coming through the fact that it's not a republic. And incidentally, so it's the 19th. Let me just get into the shade again. 19th, so it's exactly 2 years since the Queen's funeral, incidentally, and also coincided with the end of the COVID pandemic, in terms of freedom, at least. In terms of not having to wear a mask and so on, and to be able to just travel. It was about this time, wasn't it? It did sort of coincide with the end of the Queen's funeral on the 19th of September, back in 2022. So now 2 years later, nothing's changed in terms of COVID. The vaccines don't work. Everyone got COVID. Obviously not Barron, but yeah. So yes, I think yes, going forward, you just become a republic. Yes, the Queen was good. It probably was the longest reigning monarch. So maybe it was difficult. Maybe it was difficult to become a republic because of the Queen during that period. But now that yes, the Queen passed away, we now have a king, a new monarch, a king. Just become a republic. It's not a problem. I guess you win the Commonwealth Games, but then again, there is no Commonwealth Games. In fact, it was who was it? Dan, the Premier of Queensland. Oh, who was it? Dan. Yeah, the Premier of Queensland would not allow the Com Games to go ahead anyway. The next Com Games, some sort of funding issue. So there is no Com Games. Maybe it's all just falling into place. Just become a republic. Get religious freedom, allow anyone into any religious institution, no questions asked. Yeah, of course you have security, but you just have the security of an airport. In fact, the security of an airport now is actually quite efficient, and it seems to work very effectively. So you just get that level of security at various, whatever, religious and so on, places, and it's not a problem. And that's the way we're going to progress, and then become like the US, and everyone's happy in the US. Well, yeah, we do have an election coming up, but there is Barron Trump, great night, yeah. So always rely on Barron Trump. Okay, so Barron. Yeah, so why did the Barron get banned from North Shore Temple Manual? Well, I don't know. At the end of the day, they're just not following their religion. They're not following religion, and I think it's just the fact that they even allow pork. In progressive, they allow pork. They have a female rabbi. To me, it is a problem. It is a problem. Typically, leaders or spiritual masters, yes, traditionally they should be male. Prophets are male, and they're male. You could argue in Buddhism, I don't know. It's difficult, but certainly rabbis, yes, should be male. But more to the point is, they're not. They're eating pork, they're eating shellfish. But having said that, you actually could be better off having, say, shellfish, a lower form of life, than having, say, beef, which is actually the higher form of life. In fact, it is the highest form of animal life. But at the end of the day, you become vegetarian. Sixth commandment: thou shalt not kill. It's not a problem. You just become vegetarian, and no alcohol. In fact, that's the highest. That's a very high form of religion. If you just did that your whole life anyway. So, and in fact, Barron went to a church. I went to a church the other day, actually, and again, I guess pretty controversial. Barron was really talking about this vegetarian as being, yes, a meat being the bigger sin, and yeah, they kind of did actually listen to Barron in the end. And in fact, got that response from someone on the committee or something. So, and in fact, welcome back. I don't know whether I can go back this Sunday anyway. I've got to go to the Manly, helping out at Team Zali. So come to the markets. Manly Markets coincides with the Jazz Festival. Zali Steggall, MP, independent for Ringer, and of course knocked out Tony Abbott when he was PM, and she'll be there, I think, in the morning, around about 10:30 to 12. Stall, just you'll find it. It's just near her office, the Zali Steggall stall, and Baron 3 o'clock. I had to move a shift now. I'm on this 3 o'clock to about 5. So drop on by, have a look at the markets, go to the Jazz Festival, go to the beach, have a day out. It's just great. Okay, so maybe we'll leave it there. And that was the Baron Breaks.